All right, and now the audio. Now you can run your mouth.
That's what I'm here for now, man. Now, what's your Filmosophy, Trey?
Son, my Filmosophy
Run it again.
is to watch Mortal Kombat with my homie Karif. Put on my Lord Raiden sun hat that I wear at every vacation.
I'm about to shoot some lightning right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I see it.
And then go and get that gospel from the God himself, man.
For sure.
So, yo, what's up with y'all, man? This your boy Trei Hill, and we're doing an instant analysis of Mortal Kombat. All my 80s babies, even the 90s babies, I know y'all know, man. Like, this is what we grew up off on. Yeah. Like, I'm Sega Genesis era, N64 era, like PS2. That's right when I was leaking out. But yeah, we was there at the beginning. And did you know that Mortal Kombat? The original game was Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was supposed to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme video game.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. But then he was acting real Hollywood. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on with him.
The latest ones, they have, like I said, these three, Spawn, RoboCop, and Terminator. It'd be crazy to see them add any type of Van Damme character to any Mortal Kombat game. I'm just saying, like, Van Damme is that guy.
That's
like,
crazy. Yeah, man. He was supposed to be, his character ended up being Johnny Cage.
Wow.
Yeah, son. So that's where it comes from.
It's crazy how you said he was acting Hollywood because Johnny Cage is the most Hollywood dude ever, bro.
Exactly, son.
To me, it kind of don't feel like that. That fits with Van Damme's personality, though. I don't see him as the funny, like that super duper egotistical Hollywood guy. Like he's too much of a serious dude to me, like to play Johnny Cage. Honestly,
I don't know, man. Because I don't really know his real story. I just know that at the time, very similar to Rick James, there was a lot of extracurricular activities that was going on back then in Hollywood, and I think that he just kind of got swept up in all of that, and I think that's what happened with Street Fighter. You know, talking about another.
Don't tell me he was supposed to be a part of that.
Well, he was in the original. You see? You haven't even heard of the movie. It was so bad.
You talking about the old movie? The old he was Guile.
Exactly. But allegedly the reason why it was so bad is again he was just really difficult to work with. But of course I never read the script. I'm sure there was more than one. There's typically more than one reason why a movie isn't that good. I had to bring a 90s baby in that could compare my 80s baby because you went on. You were a Mortal Kombat fan. You kept going. You still playing.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, the story's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we needed to bring both sides of the game in. Let's see. In the original interface, we got Johnny Cage, Kano, Raiden, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya Blade. So yeah, all of them were in there. All of them were in the first movie. In this movie, 2021. We can tell.
Actually, no. Johnny Cage wasn't in there. I remember that. There was a little prelude to him coming in the next movie, but everybody else was pretty much you saw them fight. Everybody else, but that was a little bit disappointing for me.
You didn't see Johnny yet, right?
Yeah, because Johnny, like you said, this is the original roster, correct? Johnny's an original character, so there's no way to me there shouldn't have to be a second movie for Johnny Cage to be first introduced. He's supposed to be that guy, like there already. You feel me? Like
they did so nicely. Sub-Zero and Scorpions come up. You know, they did that so well, and that was kind of the crux of the film. You know, so I think it was hard to they would have stomped on each other. I think now they can switch over next film and treat Johnny Cage more like a Wolverine almost.
If we're being realistic though, it's kind of like that in Mortal Kombat anyways. They kind of always make it about Scorpion and Sub-Zero. You know what I'm saying? There's some way, some
they're
form.
dope, son.
They're always the two that are on the cover.
I don't know about now, but back in the day, all the best people played with Scorpion.
The spear, the originals.
Oh my gosh, yes, man, that was it.
That's everybody's favorite
everything,
thing.
Man. Yes.
When you think about Mortal Kombat, it's just like you said, like it's like Wolverine. Like when you think about Marvel, you think about Wolverine. Like when you think about the X-Men, you automatically think about Wolverine.
Right.
When you think about Mortal Kombat, you automatically think
go to
about
Scorpion.
Yes. You automatically think a get over here.
I love how they made it very old school ninja, like family bloodline. Like they hate each other since been hating each other, right? You know,
that was very accurate.
That was so dope. I love how they made Scorpion the anti-hero because we got to witness his family get murdered by Sub-Zero, and now we ended up messing with Scorpion more than Sub-Zero. I remember growing up, especially that, you know, and you see in other versions, more than, everybody, you know, the Sub-Zero was more the good guy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this is accurately how the story actually played out in the games. Like, you know, in the older, like in this first Mortal Kombat, they didn't really have storylines like that going. It wasn't until they started getting the 3D versions that they started
telling more stories.
But it is that was accurate.
Hiroyuki Sanada,
I believe
he's been in the game for forever. He's been in the game for forever.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and I believe that he has played Scorpion in other movies or in a game.
Oh, really? Oh, cool, man.
Already, I believe so.
He's been in so many old school kung fu movies, like not old school like 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang, but like the 90s. I think wasn't he a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
I can see that. He did a great job.
He did He's done so many old school. He was in the Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai. Makad Brooks, he played Jax.
Yeah,
my man with the skimp arms. My dog had the twigs.
They gave him the chicken wings.
My dog had the T-Rex Jones.
She was like, hit it harder. He's like, I can't. That
was plenty of sexual innuendo, right?
I'm sitting there like, what do you expect him to do? I'd probably be on this. I wouldn't even want to hit the bag.
I have no motivation. Kudos to him for even being out there, son. Because I'm like, I got to go.
Yeah,
I'm not doing.
But yeah, Sonya was executed.
Call Tony Starks for my dog.
Sonya was executed very well. I like the look of the person who played her, personality wise.
Growing up, Sonya Blade, I mean, it was the 90s and masculine as hell. And it was this bloody. She was clearly the token girl to be in the film, just so they could say that there was a woman in there. But nobody took her seriously in the game. She had like the little. She had the little rings that was like. They like took this much energy out. But if you knew
what you was doing with her, you could
dice them up though, son. With the scissor flip and all that, you could dice them up.
And it's still like that now.
She had reach. Yeah, she had reach. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No doubt.
But
her character art was dope, and we
this is inclusion. This new, so they've added a new character into the movie.
Cole
Young,
which is dope with Scorpion's lineage, bringing it back. You know, because he's basically a demon now. He's going to be an eternal demon. He's going to come back in every film.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's cool that a protagonist. You know, we needed something to sympathize with, and what better way than to tie him in with Scorpion?
See, and like that's exactly what we were just talking about, like being relatable. Cole is a father and a fighter. He was once once a great fighter, MMA fighter, but he's kind of had a fall from grace. So now he's just taking on little cage matches for like $200. That's when Jax finds him, and he's in order to protect his family, he goes off to figure out
Sub-Zero come through, man. That winter come through. Cole was with his family, and they started looking up, and it was snowing. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's beautiful. That beautiful death coming in, son.
Man.
That's
how
was on that. Sub-Zero son was done no better, man. They can't dog. And that was Joe Taslim. He's supposed to be out in Asia. He's like the god MC out there, son. And they said on set, even Hiroyuki, he was saying how he kept everybody on it. Spoiler alert, guys. Now that Sub-Zero gets killed by Scorpion, he's going to come back as Noob Saibot.
Yeah, which is going to be
even more deadly.
He's going to be a resurrected Lin Kuei ninja, and I mean, like, at first, they're not even going to know that it's him. Most people ain't going to even know that it's him because his powers are also going to change. He's no longer going to have control over ice. He's going to have control over, like, this muddy...
The shadows or whatever, right?
Like, it's like a muddy shadow oil type thing that, like, bro comes up out of puddles out of nowhere and slices your head off, bro.
I used to light them up. I think that was my last big boom was this one. It was this Mortal Kombat. I think this was like Mortal Kombat 3. Okay. And this was when where's Noob at?
Is that Rain?
Yeah,
right
that's
there?
Noob right there. I used to that was when I was a terror back in the day with Noob Saibot. When I first played the game, I played with Raiden all the time. But like Kung Lao and Noob Saibot in the new ones, those were always my two go-tos right there, man.
Yes, that's another person. I loved Kung Lao in the movie. They did my
they did him justice. Even though he went out immediately though, man. Shang Tsung took his soul immediately.
And see, I already see what they're trying to do. Like they're not sticking to the script of the game and shit, but they kind of are trying to do it. So like when Shang Tsung took all the dead fighters in the end, obviously they're gonna come back as remnants
because they're gonna kill Shang Tsung eventually, and then all their souls is gonna get released.
They haven't even introduced Quan Chi, bro.
Which one's Quan Chi?
The bald dude.
I don't remember.
The bald dude with is he even in this game?
I think this one might be too old. I would have remembered it.
Yeah.
I was long out of it by then. This dude, is he a bad guy?
Yeah. He's actually he's the one who brings Jax. He's the one who was controlling Jax. He takes over the soul. That's after Shang Tsung, he's the next villain. Like he takes over the souls and he starts with dead souls. He'll like.
He's more dope than Shao Kahn.
Nah, hell no. He ain't
messing with Shao Kahn.
No. He's scared of Shao Kahn. He ain't messing with Shao Kahn. He got a scheme to try to get around. You know all the bad guys, they always trying to plot on each other after they work together. But he trying to scheme around that.
No, don't say Shao Kahn.
Speaking of Ermac, let's get into this. One thing, Jax. That is not how Jax lost his arms. Sub-Zero did not freeze his arms.
All right. So was it Ermac?
Ermac took Jax's arms.
Oh, how he do it?
He that is not even telekinesis. Ermac it's souls. You know how like he comes up and it's all green? Those are a bunch of souls. So what he did, and I mean I was just watching the scene earlier, it was Jax, Sonya, and then they met the new Sub-Zero and they was like, oh I thought he was dead, you know what I'm saying? So they thought they were gonna have to fight. He was like, no, I'm not Sub-Zero, that was my brother. I just want to know what happened to him. They like, yo, Scorpion killed him. In the middle of this chamber, all of a sudden, Ermac pops out like, you guys disturbed our rest. Jax goes to try to fight him, and Ermac activates some type of soul power. He take one arm, so one arm is stuck like this. Jax tries to get the other arm up, so then it's stuck like this. And then he just pulls him out like this.
Dang.
And then my man just did some shit. Like, he put his hands up, and then Jax's arms exploded. Like,
dang.
I was like, yo. Like,
I like the idea of earning them more than just somebody just sewing them up with at some laboratory. Yeah. I like that idea, but I feel you where it did feel a little lazy.
It still poses the question, like I said, like I asked you off camera, it was just like, if they're made for magic, how is he gonna get them repaired when something happens?
Right. Because
he doesn't keep the same ones; they get upgraded over the game.
But wouldn't that be dope? Wouldn't it be dope if it was just like his will? If that would be cool just too. Constantly, like if they got messed up, then he could just go into chi mode and do,
and just keep evolving.
Right?
That'd be
but
cool.
That's some next level. But I mean, it's a little.
Yeah.
This is a fantasy realm, of course. How many times can you say that's not realistic?
Kano. Kano was one of the best executed characters.
Yo, he was the best comic relief.
So in the next movie, he's gonna have the metal eye. Or
right.
But other than
it was all convenient.
Yeah,
it was all convenient. But his character was dope.
His character was like it was spot on. It was perfect. He was funny.
So when he was whooping Cole, remember?
Yeah,
he was dying. Because Cole was like, it hurts. He's like, just go with it.
Yeah, he was like, yo, you gotta go with the pain. I can't. It just hurts.
It hurts. Nah, you is no fighter. How are you the descendant of Scorpion? So you talking about something? It hurts.
I was just like, yo, Scorpion can see you right now.
Like,
bro.
Scorpion should have just came out right there. Like, finish this mother.
Get out of here, bro.
Get him out of here, son.
This is not my skin, bro. Yeah, Katana wasn't there, but they had Melina, and I don't like how we didn't even have Katana. So how do we have Melina?
Right.
She's a clone of Katana. You know what I'm saying? So where did she even come from? She's just there.
Sometimes the film it definitely is setting up a universe, and I think that's where the film teeters in. Don't get me wrong, Scorpion and Sub-Zero's fight, Liu Kang's fight, Kung Lao's, I really enjoyed a few of them, but it got very VFX-y. Like I really was looking forward to.
Even some of the fatalities were not like cinematically executed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, properly. It was just, it was kind of like, It was like, okay, like,
Right. But in that the Scorpion, the epic Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight in the ice,
that was fire.
That was beautiful.
Crazy,
you know, that they did a lot of dope stuff with that.
Right when that spear came out and he thought he was about to kill Cole, and he said he was like, oh. That man said, "Get over here!" I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
That's how. And the thing is, you know how you sit and when you think of Mortal Kombat, you think of Scorpion saying, "Get over here."
First thing.
Now, a crappy version of this film that would have been in the first scene, "Get over here." It would have been unearned, but the fact that they teased it with us, you know, and then they gave Cole the knife for it to come down from generation to generation,
even
for him to bring it back like that after.
Kind of funny at some of the parts because they were saying stuff like, as if they were in the game, like when Kano took out Reptiles, he's like, Kano wins. That shit. And he'll say it's like fatality for Kung Lao. I was like,
no, he said cool. Flawless victory.
Yeah,
Kung Lao
said that, but Liu Kang, after he killed Kabal, he was like fatality for Kung Lao. Like, Kung Lao with that flawless victory was funny. He was like, flawless victory.
My dog was wet though, man. That hat is wet.
Kung Lao was dope.
I'm all about my hats. So Kung Lao had the hat swag.
Kung Lao was going crazy.
Up on 11. It was
going crazy. Kano tried to disrespect the hat so much, but you couldn't.
You couldn't know.
He was like,
what did he say? He was like, that sombrero. What I shoved that sombrero up your ass.
So he said, so far off your ass, you're gonna be Mexican.
Yes, son. He kept grilling him. Yeah, because you know you weren't do it. You're not gonna do it. Son. He kept eating them up. Well, he had plenty of hat jokes ready for him.
Yeah, training, and he told Cole, he was like, "Yeah, maybe that's your icona, getting beat you in the ass, kicked by frisbee hat."
Yes,
that was funny.
I forgot what they call it in the movie. Arcana. Yeah, you gotta find your chi. Basically, that's what it is. You gotta.
And it was like a reflection of your soul. Like it wasn't like a set thing. You don't pick what you get. It's just about it's whoever you are. You know
son. What would yours be?
Ooh.
Let me see it. Let me think.
Mine's it's either be lightning or fire. I'm telling you, I know that.
What would yours be? Yeah, I could see something with some fire or some wind.
I was gonna say wind too.
Yeah, I could see
because I think about it like lightning is when you talk about anything elemental. Lightning is my favorite element, like electricity. Then next would be fire. But then when I think about Mortal Kombat, I think about I don't know if you know who Fujin is. Raiden. That's actually Raiden's brother.
Word?
Yeah, he's the god of wind.
Word.
And
see,
the Noob, he's fire. So like any one of those three.
Airbender.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be any one of those three for me.
I feel you, son. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like I don't know, man. Maybe water, because I adapt. You know what I mean?
Fluid,
You know what I'm saying? So maybe water, you know what I mean?
Like rain.
Well, you know they're going to end up bringing in the cyborgs after a few of them die.
Oh, yeah.
Because Smoke comes back.
Yeah, because he's a Lin Kuei. He's one of Sub-Zero's clan.
Well, what was he? Cyrax, right? Yeah. Cyrax was dope, yeah. And then Sub-Zero comes back as a cyborg too, I think, at some point.
There's a cyborg
Smoke, cyborg Smoke.
Yep, cyborg Smoke, Cyrax. I forgot what his name is.
Oh man!
And then
Sector or something.
Sector, that's it. And then there's another one right there too. This guy right here, I forgot who that
Smoke. That's Smoke, isn't it?
Because there's the Smoke right here too.
But Smoke,
is that the cyborg Smoke?
I think that this is like Ultimate Mortal Kombat, where you can pick all of them, kind of thing. Because see, you can pick Sub-Zero and his brother. All right, so let me go back to the film. Excuse us, guys. So, Kano was whooping up on Cole.
Yeah.
All right, and then they started Kung Lao and Liu Kang started ripping him at the table. So
oh my god, bro!
They was calling him all sorts of stupids.
This man Liu Kang said,
he
was like, because you're completely useless. He was like, what you call? What do you mean useless?
He called him a bunny rabbit.
He was like, you're angry. Yeah, I'm angry. Good. You're like an aggressive little bunny rabbit. He's like, angry but harmless.
Yes,
useless.
They was clowning him, son. They was clowning him so viciously, son.
He was like, you should get on your knees before this, man. Honestly.
But they knew because on everything, because a monk got their chi together, man. You know, they done mastered their anger, so it don't matter how powerful you are. Like to them, Kano was a child. Like you even saw how Raiden was treating him. He was like, "What about me? What's my fortune cooking?" He's like,
"Shut up, shut up.
You're not powerful."
He's like powerless. Arrogant. Get out of here.
Yeah, like come on, man. I ain't even got no time for you, bro.
Not like a dickhead like that. Raiden is like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a god, and he's still kind of a dick, but it's not like when they got there, he was just like, yo, this is what I gotta work with.
Right,
like, man, Raiden's not like that. He's gonna be like, yo, like
he has some scrubs, bro.
He'd be like, yo, like, oh man, we have work to do, but we might, you know what I'm saying?
There was some scrubs, bro.
Liu Kang ain't even the chosen one. Like that wasn't even, you know what I'm saying?
Liu Kang and Kung Lao was dope. Like compared, like he had Kano and Cole and Sonya Blade, dog, and
Jax. Like, yo, you don't
Jax,
even have a mark, and Jax didn't have arms. Jax had the chicken wings on.
If I was Raiden, I would have been super blown. And you know, for years, for like millenniums, he's been holding it down for Earth. You know, he's like Earth's protector. And he comes down there, and this is the one time, like if they win a 10th time, like it's a wrap. And he come down here, and it's the Ringling Brothers, Barnum
That
Circus.
was another element. I didn't like the fact that the tournament did not actually start in this movie. See, spoiler alert.
I actually like that. I actually like that because if you keep, but to me it adds texture to the story because all right, every movie there's going to be a tournament. Like I like how they used all those different. You know how we played in all those different places and like they took them all there real quick. I enjoyed how they made fun of in the training. They kept on when Liu Kang kept on tripping Kano.
Like
back in the day, that's what we used to always say. Oh, you gonna use that? You just gonna keep doing that the whole time?
He was like, yo, that's the only move you know.
The trick used to work. Yeah, then you jump over it and then bam, they get you again. I like how they stretched out the combating in these different sort of spheres, and then when it happens almost like Captain America not saying assemble yet until Endgame, you know, because then it really felt we waited for him to say Avengers, grab that Mjolnir, and then assemble, right? Like I feel like it's the same thing. That moment when Liu Kang, like, cause I know you said you didn't like how young Liu Kang is too, but
he looks like a kid. He doesn't look like I'm basing this based on the old Mortal Kombat movie, the one that came out in the 90s, because I personally, when I was growing up and I watched that was a very greatly executed movie, honestly, and the characters were very true to who they were in the game. Like the Liu Kang that we got in that movie, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like this Liu Kang, he looks young. Like he's small, he's not as muscular and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Probably get taller, get swoller, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and that's what's gonna happen with Liu Kang. He was already cut up though, son. You remember?
He was monk shit. You know what I'm saying? I just like I said, he just looks like a boy to me.
Y'all watch out. Y'all watch out in like 2-3 movies from now. We'll see if Karif has that same energy. I think we're gonna fall in love with Liu Kang.
I mean, he's probably gonna be lifting weights by then.
Kabal was dope, man.
A dope looking
and
character.
I enjoyed playing with him too back in the day. They did him well. I don't know his backstory though. Do you know his? I don't remember exactly. I believe it was Sonya who did it to him as well. Like how she fucked Kano's eye, but I believe she's the reason why Kabal was burned, or I can't remember. He was basically, his skin is burned up. That's why he has to wear that mask and all that. Like he needs it to breathe. This oxygen, like his lungs, everything is messed up. I know I don't appreciate how Goro went out, son.
Yeah, that was really quick.
I spent too many nights like having nightmares, afraid of this dude, for him to die in like the first act.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Liu Kang is the chosen one. Liu Kang's supposed to beat Goro.
He's supposed to be the prince, right? Isn't Goro the prince of like the outer world or something? For him to go out like that was kind of, I don't know.
Against this new guy who just like, he barely managed to scrape together a victory. You know what I'm saying?
Just like 2 minutes ago, he was like, it hurts.
Yeah, like I would have rather they would have shown Liu Kang fighting Goro, because he's trained. You know what I'm saying? My man's trained. And then have my man take out Kabal, right? Yeah.
That would have made
more sense.
But yeah, man, I'm blown that my man Kung Lao. They X'd my man out early. He was a little too powerful, but
his death was kind of anticlimactic as well. It kind of just like happened just like that. Like
I didn't appreciate it. I think they're gonna bring him back, because the original Kung Lao is in the. I remember wasn't Liu Kang's brother or nothing. That was like his great grandfather. Like he was like the original Mortal Kombat winner, Kung Lao.
That's why he said the descendant of the great Kung Lao.
He did say that exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
What's it called again? Just like what I said though, the remnants and shit. I feel like in the next one they're gonna bring Kung Lao back as a remnant, which is kind of accurate. But the timeline, the timing.
What's a remnant?
A remnant is okay. So yeah, I forgot you ain't been in the game, but the game in what is it? Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance is the one. They lose. In the end, in the storyline,
oh word, the Earth,
the Earth,
and so the outer realm, like everybody, Shokan and them defeats the Earth, like takes over Earth.
They lose, like a handful of heroes die.
What?
Jax dies, Liu Kang dies,
what?
Kung Lao dies, Kitana dies, Jade dies. Like a lot of people die.
Dang, son.
And Quan Chi ends up taking their souls and turning them into remnants.
So Quan Chi is this bald dude.
Yeah.
What?
And he turns them into remnants, which is basically like they're like zombies. They come back from the dead. Their skin is like gray, like a grayish black. Dang. And like you can see their veins, but their veins look like magma. Their eyes look like fire and shit.
What?
Like their clothes are like blacked out and shit. Like so
that's some dystopian stuff right there, man. Yeah, man. That just made me sad, y'all. It's like I'm fighting. Cole gets his power when he was fighting Goro, so I guess his power is to absorb other people's power. Then that's why he kept on getting those whoopings.
Ooh.
Cole, the main character.
Yeah. Remember we were saying it's like a Black Panther. It almost looked like it absorbs kinetic energy. Like
right,
force.
But can he give it back to I know he gave it back to Goro.
With that uppercut.
Yeah.
But then after that, he made those weapons. And I don't, like, it's got to be more to it.
And Sub-Zero wasn't messing with him. Sub-Zero was like, I'm gonna touch you right now, son.
Yeah.
Now you cold, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, I don't care about that. He's like, I don't care. You know, oh, you charging up? Well, I don't care about that.
Charge down, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, it's over with for you. But like, they're gonna execute the next one better, even though it's so far off from the original storyline. But I definitely feel like they're gonna execute it better. There's gonna be better fights, better fighters, more fighters, and obviously the whole tournament's gonna start. And my bad, by the way, I said it wrong. They're not called remnants, they're called revenants. My bad.
Revenants. Got you. All right. The revenants, that's scary, man. Yeah, R.I.P. to my homies. It's so hard to say goodbye to my Liu Kang.
Evil. And they are all evil. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Dang. Everybody's on the dark side now. Hey, man, what did they say? Die and be a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. One way or the other. Reeve God, thank you so much, man. We just did, was this a solid hour? I think we did them justice. Yeah, we just wanted to do a quick little something, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely. There's a lot of things. Like I said, it's a lot of elements that weren't accurate in the movie, but overall, it still gave enough for you to be, for me at least, I'm still excited about part 2. And, I mean, overall, at the end of the day, at least it was better than Justice League. Come on. Come on. Definitely not going to do that.
It was making me think when we're talking about, like, the chi that they needed to accomplish in order to get to where they go, and then what's happening in the future. It made me think of Doctor Strange. He spent over a millennia fighting Dormammu until he got killed over and over again. That's how he was able to kind of hurry up and become so superpowered, right?
You learn from your mistakes.
But the only reason why I said that is because it's always about character growth when it comes to these films that we love so much and watching them change. It's going to be, it's a lot of failure. It's a lot of, the underdogs, right? And
they're going to have to do more in the next
film. So that we all love them in this. When they finally go to Mortal Kombat, they've gone through so much, right? Yeah. They're similar to, like I said, with Doctor Strange, where a lot of it happened off screen.
Yeah, but let me look at this roster right here from this, what is this, 3 or Ultimate, whatever. I'm gonna tell you, we need Johnny Cage. We already know we getting that.
Johnny's coming.
We definitely, Kano's coming back to life with the metal eye, so that's great.
How is he gonna come back? like through the dark side.
Remember when he said death is just another portal, and he took all their bodies.
I feel you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna bring them all back.
I feel like they're gonna become Revenants.
And they're gonna be even doper. Yeah.
I feel like they might make them Revenants in the movie, which means that if that's the case, they may introduce Quan Chi in the next film as well, which would be great.
Who's Quan Chi? Oh yeah. That's
the sorcerer.
But there can only be one sorcerer, right?
Nah, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung end up working together.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Noob Saibot got to come back now that Sub-Zero. Or either him or his brother's going to come as the new Sub-Zero.
Oh, nah. They got to bring Noob, and they have to do the next Sub-Zero, too. Because the next Sub-Zero, he got a whole vendetta with Scorpion, and then he finds out that, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, well, they kind of settled their differences. They become friends, like, way, way later. But at first, it's like, yeah, you killed my brother, but I know why you did it type shit. Like,
word. Like, I got you, because he did some job.
He did some fucked up shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We don't have, he was, like, at the end of the day, the second Sub-Zero, he's not like his brother. He has honor.
And then who's the big tiger youngin?
I do not know.
I forgot his name. The big tiger. I remember. I think that's why they killed Goro so fast. They
to add him in.
The Monitor and him. Both of them was
these two.
Yeah, they was they was impossible to beat.
Yo, they definitely.
Shao Kahn, dog.
They definitely in part 2, if they're doing Revenants, they have to do a Revenant. Kung Lao versus Liu Kang, because it's only right. We have to see that.
Oh yeah, that sounds. That sounds.
Hey, Liu Kang, I don't want to fight you. You my brother,
man,
but as a Revenant, they have all of their memories and all that, but they don't care. Like their soul is tainted, is evil.
Raiden's gonna lose his godhood.
We got to see Raiden fight.
Right, he's gonna lose his godhood so that he can fight for the mortals in Mortal Kombat. That's definitely gonna happen.
And if it's not too much to ask, if you guys can execute it, please give us Katana. And give us Jade, and give us us Shao Kahn, bro. Like that.
The Shao Kahn. I want to see Smoke.
They showed pictures of Shao Kahn. Let's get that right. They showed pictures of him in the Mortal Kombat movie. Like the big statues and so he's there. Yeah. He's somewhere. We got, but if they show him in the next movie, that'd be so lit.
Yeah, this was original motion capture. Technology right here back in the day. This is like real photography. Like this is them basically.
Yeah.
Like these are the actual actors. They just digitized it and put it in the 16-bit.
If you're a fan of the game and all that, it's a lot of things that aren't, you know what I'm saying, exactly cohesive with the storyline or whatever, but it was decent enough to have me interested enough to want to see part 2, because like they set it up. They rushed it to set it up for part 2, so I got to see where they go. Because if they can execute part 2 right, they may be able to save their franchise, their new franchise that they're trying to start with this film universe. Because I don't really think that the people that are in control of the Mortal Kombat games and the storylines have really had too much to do with this film. So
I'm gonna do my homework on that because I really wonder that.
I don't think they did, but
it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make sense because you got to take your own liberties as a filmmaker, and if you're saying that they didn't follow certain lines, I mean that's just because it's a lot different than writing a 2-hour screenplay than a video game, right?
But like I said, they did it fine in the old movie. They did it just fine. And I believe in the old movie it was actually less time and it was 2 movies, but I believe it was like.
They weren't that great either, though. I enjoyed them as a child, and I can watch them. But, I think that it was just as divided back then as it is now.
Yeah, I feel like if they would have taken...
but they didn't develop Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They were just 2 quiet guys standing beside Shang Tsung in the original movie. So
yeah, they didn't go through all the storylines either.
Right.
And, they went through more so the storylines of the Earthrealm fighters than everybody. So I think that's what it is. That's maybe what it is. They should have, if they was gonna take this movie to not even start the tournament and all that, they should have really dove more into everybody's like character background instead. You feel me? To really set it up for the next movie.
And they have to take their time. If they're gonna do it, they got to take their time. That was gonna be my only critique of it. I enjoyed it. I think the parts that I enjoyed of it is me being an '80s baby, enjoying my nostalgia. But it was also a lot of key performances that I enjoyed from who played Scorpion and Sub-Zero. There was a lot more character build. Yeah, who played Kano, Sonya. There was a lot more character build. I think it was a story of underdogs that we all love. I just think that the one thing, I think what we're both kind of saying is they did try to do a bit too much. I think they had to move some things around and move quickly and just hold your horses, man.
Yeah,
like you know, like Avengers, everybody wants to do the MCU, man.
Yeah,
like just chill.
You know what I'm saying? Like it took them like what 10 films to get, you know what I'm saying? And they had to tie everything. You see, like that was like, I'm not saying to do that, but a big element in Mortal Kombat is that, like, that's why I say they should dive into the individual stories, because so many people's stories are connected to so many other people's stories in the game. Like individually, like it takes for Sonya to get to a certain point in her story for Jax to get to the point where he actually loses his arms and shit. You know what I'm saying? He goes to rescue her.
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like it takes for Liu Kang to get to a certain point, for Kung Lao to get to, like, it's all that stuff is connected. So I feel like if they would have, even if they wanted to deviate from the actual storyline of the game, if they would have tried to make the storylines of each character better and like more connected, or just more connected to set up for the future characters as well and the future plots of the films, that probably would have, I think that would have made it a way better movie than what it is. Yeah, but it's still a good movie though. I don't think it's a bad movie.
Yeah, I already saw it twice. We just watched it together, man. I know I'll probably watch it a couple more times if I have time. So shout out to the filmmakers, man. Shout out to Mortal Kombat. It was a really good reboot to a fun character based story that was originally just Midway's kind of mid-level attempt at trying to make a fight movie for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It was Midway up to a certain point, and then they disbanded the company. That shit was over with, and then when NetherRealm took over, that's when they started with all the storylines and stuff.
Got you. Yeah, because I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, we can act like act like there was a story, but there really wasn't a story.
Mortal Kombat, the original, like I know that there was no stories. It was just fighting. Like it was just a bunch of dope characters and fighting.